I'm Jason Rzucidlo, here at the 2017 Los Angeles Auto Show. More than 60 new vehicles, including world and North American debuts, are on display here. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
You know, I think you're going to see an interesting wide swath of kind of vehicles here. You've got kind of the typical LA cars that are very common for the show going back decades, which are these kind of performance fun-oriented cars like the i8 Roadster version of the BMW sports car, and now the ZR1 Roadster version of the top performing Corvette. So those are going to certainly be the fun cars. But then you've got some really fascinating cars. I think the QX50 from Infiniti is really fascinating because it's got great styling, and it's an SUV that's in that popular kind of mid-size category that everyone's buying, but it's also got variable compression technology in the engine. That's the first production engine to have that feature. And if you're an engineer, which I'm not, but if you are, you know that compression ratio is one of the key components to how a car performs, both in terms of fuel efficiency and in terms of power. And if you can vary those components to benefit either one, fuel efficiency or power, at any given moment, depending on what you want to do with the car and what the driver's doing, that's an incredibly flexible powertrain you've created.
More consumers are moving away from sedans and getting into SUVs. That's according to analysts at Kelley Blue Book. And the evidence is clear here at the LA Auto Show, where there's more SUVs on display than ever before.
You know, once upon a time, committing to an SUV meant that you got to sit up high, you got to have more space, and you kind of got to feel maybe king of the road, a lot of power, but you had to pay in terms of fuel efficiency, handling, ride quality, and even safety. And now all the SUVs are really car-based. So now they're just taller riding, more cargo efficient cars that still let you sit up high and still have all that flexibility of what you can do in terms of carrying people or cargo. So there's really no downside to buying an SUV, and it's great for SUVs. It's kind of scary for cars. A lot of car companies, a lot of car models that have been around for decades, I don't know how much longer a lot of those models are going to be around. They're just not going to ever be as appealing. That I like to say the genie's out of the bottle on SUVs. Everyone has discovered them.
So is this your first time here at the LA Auto Show?
Yes.
Yeah, it is, but for both of us.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your thoughts so far?
Overwhelming.
It's been a lot of fun. There's a lot of really, really cool cars here.
Yeah. It's just great experience.
And what would you say is your favorite car that you've seen so far?
Probably the Subaru WRX STI.
Okay.
And mine was a Tesla. I don't know the
Model
specific.
X.
Tesla Model X. That was my favorite. That one was really nice.
Now there seems to be a lot of SUVs at this year's show. You said you haven't been here before, but what are your thoughts on SUVs?
I personally really like them. I think it's a practical car, especially when thinking about kids and everything like that. I think it's very practical. I like them.
I mean, I'm never gonna drive one, but I mean, she likes them, so it's fun to see.
I think they're good family cars. That's for sure.
California automaker Tesla has a display inside the auto show this year. They are showing off their all-new Model 3 sedan and their new solar panel roof shingles. One of the cars that drew lots of eyeballs is this red space electric vehicle concept. It will be sold in the Chinese market as a way to get around heavy traffic and serve as an office on wheels. Well-known automotive designer Chris Bangle came up with the idea. So what are your first impressions so far?
I really like it. There's a lot of really cool cars here. It's a really good place just to kind of scope out some of the cars, maybe something I'd buy in the future or something like that,
What's been your favorite car so far?
Ooh, so far, let's see. We haven't seen everything yet, but I'm probably going to have to go with either the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon or a Lexus, one of the LX. Those are pretty nice.
You also looked at some of the electric cars here?
No, not really. I'm not really into electric cars. I kind of like the gas the old way,
And what about SUVs? Because there seems to be a lot of SUVs here.
Kinda. I mean, I like the sedans and all that, but...
Several of the automakers offered test drives of their new vehicles outside the convention center. Land Rover had a hilly test track across the street from the auto show. Meanwhile, Fiat Chrysler offered attendees a $10 gift card if they got behind the wheel of one of their cars. Now, is this your first time here at the LA Auto Show?
At this year's show, yes, but I've been coming here for over 30 years.
So what are your impressions of this year's show?
It is easy to see the march of the industry heading toward electric cars and hybrids as well.
Now, it seems to be a lot more SUVs at this year's show than in past years.
I would agree with you on that. That is, since I grew up in the era of station wagons, it's easy to see how the market would accept something that has a shorter length called an SUV rather than the station wagons that I'd seen.
So would you be willing to maybe trade in your car to buy an SUV?
One of the hybrids or electric ones, yeah, that would definitely be an option.
What's been your favorite car so far here at the show?
The logical side of my brain loves, well, let me think through that just a moment. I really like the Chevy Bolt. That makes a lot of sense with the Model 3, many of the Model 3 features, and it's available and has a dealer network.
Inside the auto show, Forza 7 has an activation where kids and adults can try out their new video game on the Xbox One X or on the motion-activated driver's seat. Prizes are available for those who can beat the time of 2 minutes and 15 seconds in one lap. Kids and adults had the opportunity to make a miniature Lego guy in the Ford display. Ford also has a virtual reality experience. The 2017 LA Auto Show continues through December 10th. For tickets and more information, visit lautoshow.com. Reporting from downtown LA, I'm Jason Rzucidlo for AmericaJR.com.